WWE in 2023 was absolutely wild. While making a list, I've realized how much better WWE actually got. Obviously, some of that is because of management changes. You see, Vince shook his dingly-dongly too much.
I love shaking that dingly-dongly.
And Triple H had to take over. Vince tried to sneak TKO and sneak back into creative, but he failed. Triple H was given that job. Well, unlike me, at least Vince McMahon still has the facial hair. Pain, sadness, agony. Where's my mouth? So WWE in 2023 went absolutely nuts. So make sure to like this video, subscribe if you already didn't, follow me on social media, and let's talk about WWE in 2023. One of the biggest things that happened is Cody becoming the face of the company. You could say that Roman is the face of the company, but I mean, he's a heel. Cody is the biggest babyface in the WWE. He won the Royal Rumble match, main evented WrestleMania. Couldn't win the championship, which was unfortunate. That's another big thing that happened. We all thought Cody is going to finish the story, but he couldn't. Somehow, someway, Roman Reigns is still the WWE champion. But yes, 2023 gave us a new face of the company. People, we also got the return of the World Heavyweight Championship with a slightly different design, but it still looks absolutely gorgeous. Belt so beautiful, you just kind of wanna touch it, you know, and give it a little, you know. The title is absolutely beautiful, and with Roman Reigns holding that championship forever, at least we have more people fighting for another world championship. It will take time for this championship's prestige to grow. We all look at this championship as the secondary title, but just look at this thing, man. Can't wait till CM Punk wins it. Now, before we continue, let's talk about today's sponsor, Opera, the best browser in the world. Opera is fully featured for privacy, security, and everything you do online. The design is beautiful, and you can customize the look. You can pick a theme, wallpaper, and of course, force dark pages. Why everything on the internet has to be so bright? And of course, I love the multitasking features. You can customize the sidebar by adding AI services, messengers, social media, and even music players. And of course, once you open it, you can change the size of the panel. So it's all in one place. You don't need to open different tabs, different apps. It's all in Opera. And you guys know I love that detach feature. Whether I'm browsing the internet or editing videos, working on Photoshop, I can work and watch something at the same time. It also has Aria AI. It allows users to chat with AI by either using the sidebar or Aria's keyboard shortcut, so you can easily get all your questions answered. Tabs everywhere. Well, not with Opera. Opera has tab islands, so you can have like these tiny little folders for your tabs instead of it spreading everywhere. It can be arranged into separate groups or islands, which can be collapsed or expanded. And to make sure your browsing experience goes as smooth as possible, Opera has a built-in ad blocker and free VPN. No extensions needed, it's built in the browser. I'm sure you guys are going to love Opera. It's absolutely free, so make sure to click the link in the description and download Opera right now. Sami Zayn's story was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, he finally turned on Roman Reigns, which is one of the greatest wrestling moments of all time. I still remember making a video about it and being absolutely mind-blown by the amount of views I got. Like, people were talking about it. Everything in that moment was done absolutely perfectly. He faced Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber, which happened in Canada, so that was a big moment for Sami Zayn. Unfortunately, he couldn't win the championship, but we got the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1, and they became the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. I'm talking about this, and it almost feels like it happened in 2022. But yes, it all happened this year, and then winning the tag team championships felt like a good ending to a movie. And it kinda sucks because when you get such a great moment, most of the time in wrestling it's really hard to top that, so whatever happened next was decent, but nothing came close. What about Jey Uso? From being one of the twins, became one of the biggest faces in the WWE. So here's the thing about Roman Reigns. He barely gets pinned. Roman wins, LOL. Woof woof. Get it, the big dog?
Come on, stick to wrestling, the right one.
Okay. What is it, Mark? You don't like animals? What's the matter, Mark? Is there something wrong?
I hate bitches!
I guess we all kind of know that, right? That's not a secret.
I mean animals!
Oh.
I only like wrestling and Alexa Bliss.
Well, anyway, Jey Uso is actually someone who pinned Roman Reigns in a tag team match. Yes, Roman ate the pin from Jey Uso, which is considered one of the greatest, if not the biggest moment of 2023. I disagree, but that was a big one. In general, general, the whole Roman Reigns and Jey Uso story is just unforgettable. Of course, before that, we got some crazy moments too. Jey Uso left the bloodline. Everybody popped. It was about time. And Jimmy Uso turned on Jey during Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the Undisputed Championship, which is a controversial moment. And yes, now I can admit WWE didn't really follow up, with what happened. But there was a reason. WrestleMania was far away, and give it some time. In a month or two, we will revisit this rivalry, and we will see Jey versus Jimmy at WrestleMania, so it's all good. One of the biggest things that happened in 2023 is LA Knight's Yeah movement. This is absolutely crazy. My man went from almost getting buried being Max Dupree to LA Knight. Without Triple H, maybe it wouldn't have happened, and we were all so invested in this. It seemed like WWE are not gonna pull that trigger, but they absolutely did. That's the thing with Triple H's WWE. It's slow, but it works out in the end. So LA Knight is absolutely big, getting the biggest pops in WWE, and hopefully it's time to win the championship. And hopefully it happens at WrestleMania. Hopefully he beats Logan Paul for the title. It's gonna happen, right? Like, he needs a championship. Give him the belt. International pay-per-views are a big thing in the WWE, and we saw a great Bad Bunny performance. The match was decent, but that entrance, one of the greatest wrestling entrances I have ever seen. My man came out like a superstar. I mean, he is, but to us wrestling fans who, I personally don't listen to his music, so that was crazy to see. We got a very cool Undertaker and Bray Wyatt moment on Raw's 30th anniversary. This was great. It hits hard looking back at it now, but that was a special moment. It seemed like a passing of a torch moment. We also saw the return of Carlito. He made his return at WWE Backlash and later on as well, which is great. He changed his theme song later, which I know not a lot of you are fans of. I think it's decent enough. I think we're entering an era where at the Royal Rumble, we're not expecting, guys from the Attitude Era, from the Golden Era. Now we're expecting guys like Carlito, Chris Masters, John Morrison, guys from the PG era or the Ruthless Aggression era, which is nice. Now they're kind of considered almost legends. John Cena made his return and possibly had the last run of his career. This happened very recently. He put over LA Knight. I mean, he made sure LA Knight is getting that attention. And then faced Solo Sikoa, in which he lost, which honestly kinda surprised me. And at the end of the match, he pretty much told the fans that he's leaving. Well, he didn't say it, but he looked all emotional, and left with a tear in his eye. We also got the return of The Rock. It happened for one night only, but seeing The Rock back is always great. Honestly, guys, I don't think Rock versus Reigns is happening. Since, the strike, the Hollywood strike, whatever it's called, is kinda over, I don't think it's happening anymore. Rhea Ripley became probably the main character of Monday Night Raw with Cody. She's just on a whole different level. Every time you see someone facing Rhea, it's just almost unfair how good she is, how, likable she is, how over she is. The transformation is absolutely crazy. Gunther became the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, and he's holding that championship right now. And this was a good year for the WWE. Like I've said with Triple H, it takes time. Just like with Gunther, it took some time. But looking back at it now, everything kinda worked out, right? Logan Paul became the United States Champion and gave us some great performances. Like I've said, I believe this was a great idea. He's posting that championship everywhere. He's bringing it everywhere. It seems like he really cares about being the United States Champion, and it gives attention to the WWE. I think this was a great move. Although I gotta say, this is pretty huge. I mean, I didn't expect the Dab guy to be the WWE champion. Io Sky became the women's champion, which is also something I wouldn't expect under Vince McMahon. We got Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania, where Rey got to spank his ass. That's exactly what happened. I'm not exaggerating. Literally spank his ass. And in general, the rise of Dominic Mysterio is just, it's special and very unexpected. You look at Dominic Mysterio, he looks so innocent. He looks like a good guy. Aw, it's Dum Dum. The guy who played with PSP back in the day on SmackDown or Raw. He's a good guy. Well, he is not. He traded his puppy for a fat ass. And of course, To end this video, we got Randy Orton returning to WWE after almost a year, I believe, which is great. Randy being back on SmackDown already feels so refreshing. And also one of the biggest moments of all time, CM Punk came back to the WWE after everything he said, after everything was done to CM Punk, or whatever the case may be. CM Punk's story deserves a whole different video. I mean, my man went to AEW, then we got the brawl out, and then he went back to AEW, then got fired, and now he's in the WWE. Just such a power move by Triple H. Man, just this moment alone, it screams that WWE in 2023 was absolutely wild. It was a great year, and it seems like 2024 is going to be even bigger. Just looking at WrestleMania 40 and thinking about all the potential, man, it literally cannot fail. It's impossible. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below which moments I forgot about, because obviously we got more. I just talked about some of the biggest. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you already didn't. Check out Greatness TV, my second channel. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.